What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here for Impact. We are live and in living color with round number 2 of our Modern FNM 36 player Modern FNM. We're packing them in here. We've got about, like I said, 36 players here for Modern, and then I would say 50 Commander players. As you can see behind Paul, there are some folks there. But yeah, we've got Paul on Boros Energy. He is 1-0 against Michael on Mono Red Blitz. So I'm not at all familiar with Michael's Mono Red Blitz deck. I just met Michael tonight, so shout out to him for joining us here at the Impact Zone. But yeah, thank you all so much. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. We have 599 followers right now, so if you would be so kind, just hit that follow button. If you're feeling generous and like the content, subscribe, give us some of those Bezos bucks. You got that Twitch Prime, you get one free sub every single month, and it would be amazing if we would be that free sub on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, though, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. It's free to subscribe on YouTube, so do that as a lightning bolt is going to shock that a Johnny out of existence. It'll hit the bin. And of course, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. Hey, Mama Rack. Mana Rack. Not Mama Rack. Mana Rack. Thank you for that follow. 600 followers here on Twitch. That is incredible. Thank you all so much for joining us. Week in and week out. That's awesome. I wonder the Blitz mechanic or it's Red Deck wins with a different name. Yeah, I assume it's probably just Red Deck wins. Galvanic Discharge going to take down the Monastery Swift Spear, it would appear. Unless Michael has any shenanigans. He's going to... Paul says, I'm going to do all three because I'm not playing that game. And we do have some life total changes. As always, please refer to the life pad on the table because sometimes I can't keep up. But yeah, it appears to just be, just a red deck wins kind of deck. Ooh, Kiln Fiend. This is certainly an aggro deck through and through here for Michael if he has Kiln Fiend in the 60. Watching some good old modern paper Magic and playing some old school RuneScape. One heck of a Friday night. I would agree. That's awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for spending time with us on a Friday night. That goes out to everybody watching live. And if you're watching on YouTube, whatever day you're watching on, we appreciate you. Here's Lava Spike. Going to take Paul down to 8. This is the part of the game where Paul needs to deploy a threat because eventually Michael will kill him. There's a Voice of Victory, a brand new card that is from Dragonstorm. The Voice of Victory. And, oh baby, it is a good one. I'm going to bring it up on screen for you there. Voice of Victory is a 2-mana 1/3 human bard. Mobilize 2, and your opponents can't cast spell during your turn. And what does Mobilize do, you might be asking? Whenever this creature attacks, create 2 tapped and attacking 1/1 red warrior creature tokens. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the end step. So a miniature hero of... What's the name of that hero from Mirrodin Besieged? Hero Bladehold, yeah. Or like Brimaz, kind of. But Voice of Victory seeing play all over the place. Commander, obviously here in Modern, definite, excellent inclusion. 3 coming at you, down to 8. So Michael found an army in a can. Ooh, Goblin Bombardment. Sack these two to deal you two. Down to 6 goes Michael. He can do that each and every turn. As long as he keeps attacking with that voice of victory. He has a, the alternate art one, but you're going to sack the red-white horizon land, which I'm drawing a blank on the name, to draw a card. This has been an absolute barn burner thus far.
Or you take me to 1, and then I can use my Sunday, and then assuming you don't have some other damage. Oh no, you can pop the yeah, you can do it.
Oh, Michael showing the hand. Bunch of mutagenic growths and a monstrous rage. Just could not find a way to get an attack off there. He would have certainly been able to finish that one out. But Paul going to take the W on this one, and we are going to kick it back up to me in the booth. Thank you all so much for joining us. These have been lightning fast games this tonight. So if you watched round 1, yeah, this has been intense games of Magic. Very fast. We saw Flusterstorm get cast by a red-white only Boros deck last round. That was pretty entertaining, thanks to Ragavan. As these guys start to sideboard, just want to let you all know we are live on a Friday night from 49 Ludwig Drive, also known as Impact Gaming Center, in the fabulous Fairview Heights, Illinois. If you're in the St. Louis area and are looking for a place to play on Fridays, come on up. We've got some space left, although we probably have close to 90 people playing Magic the Gathering tonight. But yeah, we're having a blast every Friday. Make sure, just hit us up, come on out, game with us, play with us. We'd love to meet you. If you can't make it out, well, stay tuned. Either way, though, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. I'm pretty sure if you're looking for cards, we will have some copies of whatever you need. Probably anything you've seen in this video so far, we likely have in stock right now. Not everything, and I'm not making any guarantees, but we have a ton of cards. So many cards. As these guys are still sideboarding, getting things rolling. Let's kick it to this video cam. What do you know about this one? Got some couple folks playing some tabletop games over there to the left in the background, and the foreground on the left looks like they purchased some Magic the Gathering cards. And we've got a Commander pod there in the middle in the foreground, in the background on the right looks like a Commander pod as well. And looks like we are about ready for some more Modern action. So let's kick it back down to the battlefield, and I will fix these life totals. Who y'all got? I think this one could go either way. Both decks are really aggressive. However, it appears that Michael's deck wants to just land one dude and start battling, whereas Paul's deck can go a little bit wider. So I think if I had to choose before the match, I would have just match up alone. I would have picked Paul based on Boros Energy versus Mono Red. Like Mike's haircut, you'll vote Mike tonight. Alrighty. I respect it. There's an Eidolon of the Great Revel. That could put a damper on Paul. Every time he casts a spell 3 or less, it's going to deal Paul and Michael. It's anytime either player. So anytime you cast a spell. Get this up for you here on screen. Eidolon of the Great Revel, 2 mana. Enchantment Creature Spirit, 2/2. Whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana costs 3 or less, it deals 2 damage to that player. So,
Discharge, I'll take the 2 units.
discharge. Paul going to take the 2 damage, but happy to get that Eidolon
Take
out of
2
here.
life, and then take 2 damage.
Ooh, Michael going to take 2 life, then 2 damage, down to 16 to grow his Eidolon to get it out of Galvanic discharge range.
Movement will resolve, and then I will hit 3 units and then spin 2.
Spin 2.
It keeps you from attacking the dragon.
Oh, he spent 0. Tall versus wise always comes down to combat keywords on tall. That's fair. That's fair. There's Ocelot Pride for Paul as he passes back to Michael. Paul's at 13.
Take 2 damage.
Ooh, okay. Monstrous Rage.
It will be a 5 power, right? 5/3.
He gets the monstrous roll. And then plus 2/0. So Ragavan chumped a little bit, soaked up some of the damage. Michael did lose 2 from casting the Monstrous Rage. Paul getting dangerously close to not being able to cast any more spells that cost less than 3, which is likely most of the cards in his deck. Gains life, loses life off the fetch.
I don't.
3 mana. Flage. Try to deal the 3 damage here. Down to 7 goes Paul off of the Eidolon trigger. Just using this as a 3 mana lightning helix, essentially. Mutagenic growth. Down to 9 goes Michael. Gain life, make a dude. Michael down to 9. Paul at 10 and has a blocker.
That is the problem. Yep, that is the problem. And I can't even pop it yet. Swing 3.
Swing 3. Paul might want to block here. No blocks. Ooh, Michael doesn't have anything.
2 hands.
2 cards in hand. Paul inching closer to a victory here.
This paying 2 life thing sucks.
This paying 2 life thing sucks, says Paul. He's going to pay 2 more life and target that Eidolon using all 6, finally getting out off the board. Maybe now Paul can breathe a little bit easier, get into the red zone and up to 6. Thanks to the Ocelot Pride. Going to drop Michael down to 7, and kind of in the same scenario that Michael was in last game where he needs to find a threat. And now Paul's board is starting to go wide. He's kind of getting on the back foot here. Orm's Chant not going to allow Michael to cast any spells this turn. Michael says that's fine and draws his card. Plays land. Both.
That's a lot of lands there, buddy.
Paul said, yeah, that's a lot of lands there, buddy. Oh, a little troll job there.
Anything else, friend? I don't know if you can call me friend at this stage, but no.
I might be starting to sandbag lands if I were Michael, that's for sure. Does Paul have...
No blocks. 3, I'll give you run.
7-4. This is a Johnny. Make another cat. 8, not quite the blessing of the city quite yet. Quite. Make another kitty. Pass back to Michael. Yeah, Michael's going to have like a pyroclasm effect. And the handshake going to be extended for, and that will be that. As Michael is going to concede to Paul. He will drop to 1-1. Michael going to improve to 2-0. We won't be seeing him in the booth tonight. Big appreciation for Michael's mana base. Match basics. Oh yeah, those are super dope. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. Consider giving us some of those Bezos bucks with a subscription. It would mean a lot. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free over there. And either way, hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. We've got 2 more rounds, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned if you're watching live. If you're on YouTube, stay around for the next video. But yeah, thank you all so much. Don't go anywhere. We will have a kind of in-between match. And yeah, don't go anywhere. All right, see you in the next round. Adios.